Many of us will be lacing up our sneakers and taking that run outside today, but whether you're training for a marathon like Rahel or a beginner looking to go for a leisurely jog, what's the best way to start? Rahel is here with Dr. Jen and this morning's What's Up Doc segment.
Thanks, Jim. Yeah, Dr. Jennifer Caudle is here this morning with some advice. Dr. Jen, good to see you as always.
Good to see you too.
Thanks for being with us.
Yeah, we got our sneakers on today. I love it.
Dressed for the occasion.
Yeah.
So if you're just starting out running,
Yeah.
where do you start? How do you know where to start?
Well, I always say you want to start slowly. I think that's one of the most important things. And I like to give people encouragement. You know, I tend to be more of a walker, but there have been times in my life where I've run, and I think sometimes people get intimidated by running. And the idea is, if you've never done it before, it doesn't mean you can't start. You just want to start slowly, and that may be walking and then adding a couple jog steps, brisk walking, things like that. But gradually is really the key here.
So if you do, for some reason, want to run a race, want to run a marathon, how do you know how much time to give yourself? So, for example, myself, I had run maybe a couple times a week, but 26.2, I mean, that's a whole other animal.
It is, which, by the way, I mean, I give you all the props in the world for running a marathon.
We'll
I think it's amazing.
Thank you.
But, you know, I think it's a fantastic goal. And once again, the slowness and gradually increasing slowly does matter here, too. It really depends on the person's level of conditioning and their experience. That's really what it's all about. There is the 10% rule. I don't know if you've heard about that,
No,
which is the idea of not increasing your mileage over 10% from week to week. And that just sort of helps you pace your distance and stuff so that you're gradually increasing things. So once again, gradual is the way. Consider the 10% rule, but it does depend on your level of experience and conditioning and stuff.
I've heard a lot about the difference between stretches and like dynamic warm-ups. What do you think from a medical standpoint is better for just making sure that you prevent injuries?
Right. Well, and so stretching really is what we definitely want to be doing when it comes to preventing injuries. And you're right, there's a couple different types of stretches. There's the dynamic stretching, which means that you're using movement to actually help stretch out your muscals. And there's also the static
like
stretches.
Kickbacks, like heel touches, that sort of stuff.
Right. You're actually moving through the stretches. And then the static ones is where you kind of strike a pose and you hold it. And so I actually talked to a sports medicine doctor actually yesterday about this, and he said, you know, the evidence is really mixed about which one is best. I think the most important thing is just to make sure that you're stretching, period. Find ones that you like, that you're comfortable with.
Now, obviously, for some of us, running, not necessarily the most pleasant experience, but when do you know when you've maybe even pushed yourself past your limits?
Yeah, you know, I always say pain, you know, they always say no pain, no gain. Is that what they say?
Right.
No
That
gain,
is what
no
they
pain.
say.
Okay.
Yeah.
But no, we don't like, I don't like that phrase, because pain indicates that something is not going right with your body. You shouldn't be in pain. So if you're feeling like you've got pain, that's something that really should clue you into seeing your doctor. You know, and there's other ways that we can prevent our injuries, right? We talked about warming up. That's really important. The stretches, you want to rest in between workouts. So don't go hard every single day. That may cause some problems. Wear the right footwear. You know, make sure that you're getting the right shoes. And don't overdo it. You know, work to your level of fitness. You know, if you've never worked out, don't go out and run 26 miles in one day. And then, of course, pace yourself. And then, of course, don't forget to cool down following, you know, your race or your running.
Any certain foods better prepare you to run? So I have a friend who runs marathons, and she swears by peanut butter toast every morning before she runs, and then maybe something with a little bit more carbs after. Do you have any opinion on that?
You know, yes and no. I mean, I personally, from a medical standpoint, think that some carbs and protein are definitely a way to go. But once again, I think that everybody's a little bit different, and it also depends on how you feel when you're running. But you want to make sure that you have proper nutrition. That's definitely key.
Doctor's orders from Dr. Jen. Good to see you, Dr. Jen.
Good to see you.
Thank you. All right, we'll be right back with 3 to go.